chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57. We are underway now in the NFC Championship from the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Come on.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Dropped for a loss there on a nice effort by Osa Odighizuwa.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Throwing on second and long. Smith. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Okay, break. 69, Broncos.
From the 17, Smith. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That's into a crowd and intercepted. picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They keep on the ground with Elliott, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Terry McLaurin, 28 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott down. That is caught by Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
They sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep. They curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one.
7-7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go, here we go.
Running right, here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. This is the tight end fan. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
On second down, it's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, a 6-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17. Cowboys 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down at 5. Here's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. His defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Prescott now on second down.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
Second and 7 from the 20.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Walker. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And that's what I like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3 scored. And now here's another interception. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
Again, it's Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Penny, the first down carry. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the round is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And here comes a return from the middle of the
end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's fought from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
Now Gino on first down. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Gino. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Deshaun Jackson, 30 yards.
And the Seahawks extend their lead yet again.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Cowboys 7. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they're going to start at a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Prescott on first down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On third down, it's Prescott. But he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing, Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's good.
Prescott looks to throw it first. And my goodness, another interception. And he's got some space here.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get it behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
18,
now Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Here we go on fourth. Smith. That's going to be caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Penny will try to punch it in, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Cowboys 7.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one's turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Prescott from the gun on third. Flushed out right. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Prescott on fourth down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Looking to throw again on second down. Smith going right back to Fant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Now Geno. And that is incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
18, pioneer. 19, right.
On fourth down, Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. The 20. He will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Again, Overblown, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them,
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
They're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And some room to run now. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Ken Walker.
75 yards.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now here is another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
To the right side, this is Walker.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football, so to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
They snap it to Smith. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling it. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset buttons.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Ready up.
A give for Walker running right.
They find some open field here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for a Cowboys.
1st down, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
The Seahawks are the NFC champs. Time for us to sign off. Thank you so much for watching, and good night, everybody.